Did you know that St. Luke's University Health Network, based in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, has been recognized by the U.S. government as the highest performing health system in the United States for quality? You heard right. St. Luke's #1 recognition affirms our status as the top leader among the most respected healthcare providers in the nation, including Houston Methodist and the Mayo Clinic. To state it simply, if you want to receive the best care when you go to a hospital, come to St. Luke's.
Taxi! Okay, man, we're looking around. This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Recording studios were sophisticated even back then, and they knew it was going to be on AM, and they made sure that the equalization was made for AM. And then, as you know, at the end of the session, they played it through a tiny, crappy transistor radio speaker to see how it would sound on AM.
Well, I hope they did. They were successful, and thankfully it was a one-hit wonder.
It was a one-hit wonder, and I presented it to you because he's Canadian.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, there are a lot of songs
ask me
like
who
that.
it is, aren't you?
No, it's Danny Wilson. There's no reason for you to know who he is. That was it. That was the song he did. The other thing that they did, besides equalize it for AM, is there were many songs in the 1960s whose time was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And they weren't. They were often much longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but the label said 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Do you know why?
They had to time everything out, I believe.
2 minutes and 30 seconds because many a big program director, notably the one at WABC, would not play a song that was longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh. You know, it still drives me nuts when you listen to other stations and they're still playing the radio edit of versions of songs.
Yeah, but you know why. But you know why.
I know, but
because the radio
annoying.
radio edits cut out the dirty words.
It's not just that, but they shorten the songs too.
Yes, they
you
do.
know, whether it's peeling back a guitar solo or missing an entire verse of a song, it just drives me nuts. It does.
But Dave Scott, a known Canadian, because of that, because of the radio edits, it gave birth to a whole new radio format. And I blame the song Light My Fire. I believe Light My Fire is the reason for album rock. Because that was the first time that you and I knew, wait a minute, what? There's a long version of that song? Such a great song, Light My Fire. There was a long version of that song? And it was, 7.5 minutes versus 2.5 minutes. And it was a great song. It was the power of a hit. We wanted to hear more of it. And I believe that song in 1965 is what propelled the creation of album rock radio.
Could be. I mean, that absolutely makes sense. I mean, you look at the the arguments of Bohemian Rhapsody when Queen first recorded that at 6.5 minutes. You know, the radio stations were going nuts that they never wanted to play it until an American station played it at night when they had, real DJs actually working at night and being able to play what they want rather than everything canned.
Now, Dave Scott's an expert on UFOs. You know the next tranche of UFO data from the United States government's coming out Friday.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I'm ready for it, and we're going to see what happens. But there was a release today.
What did it show, sir?
The National Security Agency, the NSA, released 334 pages of their UFO reports and files. Now, there's no photographs that I have been able to see yet. I'm literally just found out about this before my show because it only happened a few hours ago that it was released. Of course, they're going to release it, just after dinner time on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And the big thing about this is they talk about this top secret Umbra program. Now,
what's it called? Start again. What's that program called?
Top Secret Umbra.
Whoa. By the way, not only is it amazing that the NSA released new information, but it's the first time the NSA admits that it exists.
Well, I have. Can I tell you a radio story quickly, funny about the NSA?
Yes.
One night, I had a guest on who was very connected, shall we say, and he messages me privately because I all of a sudden saw in my YouTube chat all of these new names that I'd never seen before, and I'd recognized one of them because the guy goes by NSA guy. And I know from my friend that this guy is actually part of the NSA. So I get a text message during my show from my guest who says, in about 7 minutes, you're going to receive a phone call. Do not answer it. And 7 minutes later, while I'm on the air, my phone rings, and I have my phone on silent, as all good radio people do. And the number is from the NSA calling me. There were 10 people from the NSA listening in to my show that night.
But you didn't answer.
No, I was in the middle of a guest. You don't answer your phone when it rings.
No.
While you're on the air.
No, I don't answer it ever.
I know. I've tried calling you.
I just pretend I'm on the air all day.
I know.
And it feels that way because I'm doing a 4-hour show. Many of the pikers on this network do an hour. What's that? 2 hours? Really? That's good practice. I'm doing 4 freaking hours every night and 3 on Sunday.
Well, that's because you're a passionate radio host who knows how to do their job.
That's because I got 3 daughters in college.
Well, that's a good bill.
Now,
that's
wait. Now,
bill.
let's go back to something important. Please tell me what the NSA files that were released today, what the scope is, and what they say, Dave Scott.
Well, it was released on UAPdisclosure.org that this file had come out. And basically, it is a bunch of reports that the NSA has taken over unidentified anomalous phenomena, otherwise known as UAP, or UFO sightings. And basically, it's everything that we've already seen. The big news is, number one, the NSA actually released something, because I don't think any of us were actually expecting that to happen. But the other thing about it, too, is this top secret Project Umbra. So I had to look this up. And I know you don't like it when I read notes, but I have to read this because I just don't have it memorized yet. So top secret is the highest baseline national security classification level. Under historical classification standards, top secret information is information whose unauthorized disclosure could reasonably be expected to cause exceptionally grave damage to national security. Now, Umbra is a code word historically associated with highly sensitive intelligence compartments. The National Archives Information Security Oversight Office specifically warns that code words such as Umbra, talent keyhole, rough, or gamma, when combined with top secret markings, indicates information considered particularly damaging to national security if improperly released, regardless of the age of the records. That context is essential when it comes to UFOs because they are claiming this release is higher than top secret. The importance is that the U.S. government is treated some UAP-related reporting as intelligence of extraordinary sensitivity. So this goes along the lines at disclosure.org.
Yeah, but what does it say? What does it say?
They're not giving what it says. What they're giving is that this program has been made above top secret of a national security level. So the reports that are coming through include radar tracking of these objects, visual sightings, objects that are, say, moving across large distances, say, coast to coast across the United States, altitude, heading information, whether or not it's coming from any sort or showing any sort of radar operation from foreign or military markings that, say, airplanes or stealth aircraft may have. So it's very interesting that the NSA is finally admitting that they're in the UFO game. They're gathering the intelligence regarding reports that are kind of coming out. And this is something for the UFO world that we just weren't expecting. We were all waiting for the next release, but this one just kind of snuck right in there.
Do you know, Dave Scott, how they released it? How does the NSA release something? Did they send it to the local newspaper? How did they release this information?
Well, apparently they put it on their website, and it was found by a group called the Disclosure Foundation, who works closely with the U.S. government regarding this subject. And apparently it was released on a FOIA appeal. So originally the Disclosure Foundation had submitted this, and they got declined. But on appeal of the FOIA request, of Freedom of Information Act request, they were actually released about top secret Umbra programs.
And again, what is Umbra?
It is a code word for signaling that this subject of UFOs, according to the NSA, is higher than top secret.
That's unbelievable. Do you expect more from the NSA? This is an amazing fact. The NSA has released UAP data. Where can I see this?
You can go to disclosure.org to see the report. Now, I'm still looking for the files. Remember, I was on the air for 3 hours tonight as well. I am still looking for the files to see what kind of reports they have. I know that the sleuths who are watching over this on X especially are looking for the files as well. So we're going to keep you updated, probably have more information tomorrow night.
Well, I look forward to that information tomorrow night. Dave Scott, what great reporting. Terrific. No one else has this story yet, that the NSA is releasing UFO files before the rest of the government is releasing it on Friday. That's just unbelievable. Dave Scott, how do we find you online?
spacedoutradio.com. If you want to reach out to me, it's info@spacedoutradio.com. You can find us on YouTube or on any major podcast network.
The great Dave Scott, Spaced Out Radio, Walter Sterling, and you